playoffs firmly in sight are Southend and Charlton. They came face to face today at Roots Hall. Simon Moore reports.
Firm pitch, no wind, and Southend showing some spring in their step. Paul Byrne, instigator of so much of their attacking play, found space to cross, but Dutchman Jeroen Boere's volley owed more to clog than boot. But it was Charlton who made the first significant move, Boere inexplicably climbing all over Chris Whyte. Penalty given, no real complaint from the home side, and Paul Mortimer scored from the spot. 4 minutes later, Southend were level. Another hefty Boere challenge left Andy Thomson with an empty net beckoning. The goal hurt Charlton in every sense. Defender Paul Sturgess was stretchered off, and even worse, goalkeeper Mike Salmon was unable to continue. Steve Brown donned the gloves, and the incident clearly sparked some controversy on the touchline. Southend manager Ronnie Whelan the most upset. It wasn't long before Steve Brown was tested. His first save, more a sliding tackle, but still effective. And Brown's heroics continued in the second half. Fitting his best save should come from Southend's best player, that man Byrne. Final score, Southend 1, Charlton 1.
Been in the top 6 all year, and I'm delighted to welcome manager Alan Kirbishley. Alan, hello.
Good afternoon, Jim.
Your situation at the top, how do you sum it up now?
Well, we've had a little bit of a wobble over the last couple of weeks, but we've got ourselves back on track against Millwall. Got a deserved point yesterday, perhaps a little bit more, and I feel that we've had our little bad run, and it's up to us now to put a decent run together to catch them top 3.
Right. On confirmation there that Reading are in deep trouble. Remember, they reached Wembley in the playoffs last season, and Watford, who seems to be on the wrong end of a very bad decision late on at Derby, still with a lot of work to do. Luton back in trouble after that revival under Lenny Lawrence. And we move to the top. As you can see there, if Sunderland win our live game at St Andrews, Peter Reid's team will go top. But as we look at that, Alan Kirbishley, a few more comments from you and your Charlton team as they sit now in 4th place.
That's right. I mean, as I said earlier, the top 3 sides there, Derby, Sunderland and Crystal Palace, are enjoying, at the moment, fantastic runs. We had that sort of run over Christmas, which elevated us into the top 2. And as I said earlier, perhaps we've gone off the boil a little bit, but we're picking points up still. We haven't been winning as many as we'd like, but we're still there. And I'm sure that Palace are looking today's game thinking, well, if Birmingham beat Sunderland, we're in with a chance of catching Sunderland. And I think that's how we've got to be. You know, we've got to fancy our chances of catching Derby and Sunderland. And, you know, there's a long way to go. We've
spoken how cup runs have affected Birmingham this season, and there was a worry that your cup run could once again have a bad effect on you.
Yes, I think that the similarities of 2 years ago kept coming up, but we've managed to halt that bad run, and we feel at the club that we've got a great chance, and we're not going to give up them top 2 spots. That's what we're fighting for. Anything less than that, OK, but we're going for the top 2.
Cheers, Alan. Premiership?
We've got to focus our attention on them top 2 spots. I feel that although there's a gap there, if we say we're settled for the playoffs, we won't make the playoffs. We've got to go for them top 2 spots. We've got to play Sunderland. We've got a big game at the weekend, Stoke at home, and that's a vital game to us. And we've got to keep going. We've got to believe that we can put a run together, the same as Palace, the same as Sunderland, and if we do, we'll push ourselves back in there.
Briefly, you going to buy somebody?
Hope so. I've had a little dabble last week. It never quite worked out, and if I can, then before the deadline day, I'll bring 1 or 2 people in if I can.